The red string of fate has found you. This is a channeled message, so I'll be reading my notes. The universe is now allowing you to strum the strings of the ethereal space. Right now, your fate is actively searching for you. I had a vision of someone finding a red string. I also had a vision of someone finding a black string. Okay? If that's you, this is a sign. This is actually an ancient Chinese folklore belief that states that I wrote it down, lunar matchmaking deity is actually pulling strings to make sure that you meet your soulmate. But in this case, for some reason, I see that this is actually connecting you to your higher self. As if your higher self is a separate person than you actually walking on this earth. And the red string of fate is being threaded through the waves of the universe, whether that is light waves, sound waves, ocean waves, to connect you and help you reach this state of euphoric enlightenment. This energetic upgrade you have never felt or fully experienced beyond feeling adrenaline. I'm also seeing that this reunion is actually tied to your root chakra. You grounding yourself, literally picturing you growing roots like a plant and stretching and tangling your tendrils all over the place and your roots spreading through the soil. Okay? Because our root chakra is really grounded, is really connected to how grounded we feel. And you're literally digging into the soil that surrounds you, that keeps you warm and moisturized. And the reason I'm picking up on this, and I'm going back to you actually meeting your higher self, is that because in one of the universes that exists, you and your higher self have actually united. And I'm picking up on that energy, and this is actually a possibility that's coming alive in our universe, in this universe. And it was almost this explosion of life when you united. And this energy that shifted the planet, that shifted the collective, that even changed the migration patterns of the animals and the rise of the moons. So that was very specific. What came in my message was the rise of the moons, not one moon, many moons. So actually, the planet that this this reunion is on has many moons, and what I picked up on was that it's Saturn. Okay, so Saturn has many moons, over 200 moons. Now, another thing that came up is that if you are in between the age range of 27 and 30, you might be going through a Saturn return where a cycle is ending. Okay? And you may even feel this urgency to chase your life goals, to hurry up and start a business, hurry up and start a fashion brand. I just heard. Even like candles, something like that. You may even feel this urge because you're starting to feel bored or disconnected to your purpose. And this is because you have not connected to your higher self. this feeling will completely go away when you meet your higher self. Your higher self, let's talk about, this is what I picked up on what your higher self is, okay? Your higher self smiles when they see sunflowers. Flowers came up a lot. Your higher self makes flower crowns. They hug trees. There may be one tree in particular that came to mind that you may have a relationship with, and maybe you haven't seen that particular tree in a while. This is a sign to go and see that tree, hug that tree, and talk to that tree. Maybe even sit and read a book with your back against the tree and just have it soak in all of that negative energy. And you may even want to visualize your roots intertwining with that tree's roots, and that'll help you get a little more grounded. Your higher self puts their hand in soil, cries at children's movies, even as an adult. Moves. Oh, sorry, I misread that. They have a fire for the people they love. They have a fire for their passion. Sorry, a car just stopped here. And they have a garden full of passions. They have abandoned codependency. They have this feeling of belonging, of fulfillment, of wholeness, of harmony when they remember the life they have lived, the things they have seen, and when they have seen their reflection. When they have, your higher self also feels this. When they have stuck to their boundaries, they have set for those around them, but they have completely redefined the boundaries of the universe. They have become the ultimate creator of fate through reunion and have entered an eternal dance with their higher self. You are changing into yourself for the first time, and it feels euphoric. Okay? And this eternal dance, when we think of eternal dances, we can think of the waves on the shore. This is an eternal dance. How the moon and the sun are always in an eternal dance. Yin and yang is in an eternal dance. Birds and the sky. And so, even though it is an eternal dance, it's ever changing. And because of that, our higher self can change. And you are going to change. I know there's a little bit of a controversy when it comes to if people can change. And, I'm talking in the spiritual sense because as we go through different things, our fate can change. And for someone like you, the creator of fate through the reunion of your higher self, is someone who may have an ever-changing flow with the universe. And the universe is never complacent. Like, you can imagine the universe as this mesh of so many different things, this yarn ball of thread that is constantly being moved and shaped by people's choices and decisions and by people in general, and what it is that they believe about themselves. They believe about the universe. This is ever changing, and this is an eternal dance. Whew, that one was really, really metaphysical and very deep, like literally connecting with the different universes and you in a different universe was absolutely crazy. I've never done that before, but if that resonated, you might be a part of my collective, and I really honor this reunion and wish you a beautiful eternal dance. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.